Hi guys and welcome to the most detailed mileage test video of the 2023 Tata Nexon Petrol DCA. This car right here in bright purple color looks has mixed opinions. Basically, what do you think about the design? Let me know in the comment section below. Meanwhile, we'll get started with the exterior. सबसे पहले हमको बता देता हूँ क्या क्या changes दिए गए हैं ये वाली गाड़ी में. First of all, Tata Motors has given this car a brand new. The car was really hot. Tata Motors has given this car a brand new grille over here with a glossy piano black finish. The size of the Tata logo has become smaller in size. You get a camera over here. Yes, this car finally has 360-degree cameras and you get front parking sensors also. The bumper is of course all new, and over here you get the high beam and the low beam, and this is the front fog lamp. These are the sequential LED indicators. You can have a close look from the side also. And now if we come to the side of the car, you get 215/60/16 tires on the top end variants and top two variants basically, and on the lower variants you get a size smaller tires. From the side, the profile of the Nexon looks similar to the pre-facelifted model. Of course, you get a dual tone finish over here, and the door handles are the same, the mirrors are the same, this portion is also the same, but over here you get this gloss black piano finish, same here, and the middle portion has a matte finish, but this is a sticker. You can have a close look at this. तो यहाँ पे आपको स्टिकर मिल जाता है एंड यू गेट द 50 लाख सेलिब्रेशन एडिशन बैज ओवर हियर. सो दैट्स अबाउट इट. फ्रॉम द साइड नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ चेंजेस. सब 4 मीटर कार है अभी तक वही है. नो चेंजेस इन द डिमेंशंस ऑल्सो. एंड कमिंग टू द बैक ऑफ द कार, टाटा मोटर्स हैज रिवर्क दिस अगेन. सो कंपेयर टू before, some people think that the older version looked better, some people think that the new one looked better. I think this one looks better, and you get Nexon badging over here, Tata badging, there's a camera over here, and you can have a look at the X factor LED lights over here, LED sequential indicator, and this is the reverse light. There's a reflector and some design elements over here. So the bumper is also all new, and the boot opener is placed right here. Thankfully, this portion has been given a plastic black colored finish because it is prone to getting scratches, prone to getting dirty. So protection के लिए ये काफ़ी अच्छा है. It is handy. There's a light over here. There's a grab handle. And this is the boot of the car. So earlier the Nexon had a claim capacity of 350 liters. Right now it has a claim capacity of 382 liters because of some rework done to the suspension positioning. But Tata Motors says that the usable capacity is more or less the same. You can have a look at the capacity with 3 medium-sized bags fit in the boot right now. 3 बैग यहाँ पे रखे हमने. There's a 60-40 split function. You can remove this if you want. And यहाँ पे आपको 2 hooks मिल जाते हैं. 2 hooks over here. And if we come to this side, there's a light, there are 2 hooks, and there's a 12-volt charging socket also. This feels a little flimsy. One more addition to the Nexon is the JBL subwoofer over here. The previous Swift car had 4 speakers, 4 tweeters. इसमें आपको subwoofer भी मिल जाता है. Let's close it. The car is really hot, and एक काम करते हैं, इंटीरियर देख लेते हैं. So I'm seated in the Tata Nexon facelift. Now seat belt लगा लेते हैं. Then I'll start the car. सब कुछ आपको दिखा देता हूँ. So we are here. This is the key of the car. The same as before. Same as the Harrier, Safari. Exact same चाबी इसमें आपको मिल जाती है. Let's keep it here. The door pad is the same as before, apart from the new color themes. And let's start the car. गाड़ी स्टार्ट हो गई. यहाँ पे टाटा का लोगो आ गया, and you can have a look at the illuminated logo. This design element looks quite nice. Only issue is that this panel is very scratch prone. तो यहाँ पे छोटे छोटे स्क्रैचेस बहुत लग जाएंगे. इट इज़ अ फिंगरप्रिंट मैग्नेट ऑल्सो. तो यहाँ पे यू शुड एक्चुअली आइडियली, या लेट्स पुट दी AC डाउन. So ideally you should put a PPF film over here, so to protect this whole thing from scratches. And अगर आपने हेडलाइट ऑन कर दी तो ये लोगो थोड़ा डल हो जाता है, डिम हो जाता है बेसिकली, so that रात को it does not interfere with you. But the issue is that during the day, if the sun is hitting too hard on this panel, तो sunlight आपके मुंह पे सीधा आती है, so that can get a little distracting while driving. So that's about it. Here's a look at the center console of the car. New 10.25-inch screen, amazing screen, very nice to use compared to before. ओके थोड़ा लैग है इसमें अभी भी. लेट्स गो बैक. ओके दिस स्क्रीन ऑल्सो हैज सम लैग, so I'll show this to you later if I can. And talking about the speakers, you get 9 speakers this time, 1 subwoofer, and basically 8 speakers. Sound quality is actually very nice. I'll show that to you in a bit. Over here also you get these touch panels. So the whole panel is one touch based panel. This is for the front fog lamp. This is the indicator switch, hazard indicator. This is the boot opener. This is lock and lock button. This is the 360 camera. I'll show you the camera. The camera quality is quite nice. These are the AC controls. Blower के लिए है, temperature के लिए है, and this is the express cooling feature, and these are the basic standard AC controls. This is the new gear knob, similar to the ones that we have seen on Jaguar Land Rover cars. This is the drive mode selector, same as before, City, Eco, Sport mods. And यहाँ पे you get a USB port and a charging slot. This is placed in a very non-ergonomical fashion, so that I'll show it to you. Okay, so if you basically keep a phone over here, the phone protrudes out of this panel, and automatic में तो ठीक है, लेकिन manual में it can cause difficulty while shifting gears. So the positioning of this could have been improved. This is the wireless mobile charging pad. ये खुल जाता है and you get an armrest over here. Charging paces could storage areas could be better optimized on the Nexon, but वो fundamental issue है गाड़ी का पहले से, so not a lot can be done before the new generation comes. This is the dashboard. Lot of finishes over here. You get a checkered black finish over here, slightly different carbon fiberish finish over here, silver insert over here, purple soft touch material over here. तो बहुत सारे colors मिल जाते हैं, and the permutation combination is so high that in fact there will be almost 40 variants of the Nexon on sale. There are 4 variants. उसमें आपको पेट्रोल मिलता है, डीजल मिलता है, मैनुअल मिलता है, ऑटोमेटिक मिलता है. पेट्रोल हैज़ 4 गियर बॉक्स ऑप्शंस, 5 स्पीड मैनुअल, 6 स्पीड मैनुअल, 6 स्पीड AMT, 7 स्पीड DCA. डीजल में 2 आ जाते हैं, उसकी बात कल के वीडियो में करेंगे. एंड देयर आर लॉट्स ऑफ कलर ऑप्शंस आल्सो अवेलेबल. उसका अलग वीडियो आएगा, वेरिएंट्स एक्सप्लेन्ड. You get this black colored roof liner over here. This is the sunroof, not very big in size. Emergency buttons over here, SOS. This is the cabin light of the car, and there are some uneven panel gaps in this car. तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं, this panel is not very smooth. Just follow my finger and see, it gets stuck over here. तो इसकी ये जो this thing ना could have been better finished. And when you keep your hand on the steering wheel, तो यहाँ पे कभी-कभी ये बटन टच हो जाता है. Coming to another panel gap, you can see the gap over here, which is consistent and not very big. But if you see the gap on the left hand side, it is much wider, and you can actually put your finger inside that. तो ये थोड़ा wide आपको gap मिल जाता है. You get tweeter over here, and this car has 6 airbags as standard. So hopefully this should also score a 5-star safety rating. I'm confident about that. Headroom is good. Front seat is better than before. Yeah, it is better than before. And एक काम करते हैं, rear seat space देख लेते हैं अभी. Rear seat space is the same as before. Not a lot of legroom for tall people like me. यहाँ पे 2 AC vents मिल जाते हैं, चार्जिंग पोर्ट मिल जाता है. Upholstery feels very rich and premium. जो क्वालिटी है, क्वालिटी बहुत ही बढ़िया यूज़ की है टाटा मोटर्स ने. Sadly, there is no headrest for the middle passenger. ये I think वो दे सकते थे. You get an armrest over with 2 cup holders, 3-point seat belt for the middle passenger. Good thing, but headrest तो देना चाहिए था. This is what I think. Space could have been better. Under thigh support is better compared to the previous model. Headroom तो अच्छा है, same जैसा पहले जैसा. And this is good for 2.5 people, not for 3 full-sized adults. So ये हो गया interior exterior का एक basic idea. Now what I'll do is take this car to the fuel pump, full petrol भरेंगे, 100 किलोमीटर चलाएंगे. We'll see what is the real world mileage of the petrol DCA Nexon. तो गाड़ी में फुल टैंक पेट्रोल करवा लिया. अप टू द फर्स्ट ऑटो कट ऑफ मार्क आई हैव रीसेट द ट्रिप मीटर एंड लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. So I've completed the first 25 kilometers in the Nexon Petrol DCA, 1.2 liter Revotron 3-cylinder engine. It makes 120 PS of power and 170 Newton meters, and it has the 7-speed DCA from the Altroz. Altroz में NA engine के साथ आता है, इसमें turbo के साथ आता है because इसमें NA engine नहीं आता. So how is the performance? First impressions are okay. The engine is good. It has good punch, and the tuning is better than the previous version of the Nexon. But the DCA gearbox, even though it is very smooth, very convenient, it is not as quick as other 7-speed DCTs that we have driven. Pedal shifters are a very good thing, they work well, but the only thing is that the gearbox is a little lazy to respond, so the response times could have been slightly better from the gearbox. Otherwise it is quite sorted, and thankfully after a long wait the Nexon has a proper automatic, so that is again a very very good thing in favor of the car. Outright performance is very good, in city drivability is also nice, and even though it's a 3-cylinder engine, refinement levels are decent. If I have to compare the DCA to the Hyundai's DCT and Skoda Volkswagen's DSG, then I would rate them in the following order. Number 1 would be of course the VAG Cousins 7-speed DSG. After that comes Hyundai's 7-speed DCT, and then comes Tata's DCA. It is not a bad gearbox, it is just a little slow to respond, that's it. Very smooth, very convenient. It is a wet clutch gearbox. The one offered by Skoda Volkswagen is a dry clutch unit. So this one has Eco Normal Sport driving modes. I'm driving in normal mode, and the MID is showing around 11 kilometers per liter right now. Traffic may, I think it will consume a lot more fuel, and yeah, let's see. So I'll give the next update at 50 kilometers. We'll discuss the performance a little more and even do a 0 to 100 test with this car. So completed 50 kilometers at the wheel of the Nexon DCA, and the MID is now showing 11.4 kilometers per liter. So thoda mileage bada hai because of the highway, and I've been maintaining 80-90 kilometers per hour. 100 is the limit over here, so 90 के आसपास मैं चला रहा हूँ गाड़ी in normal mode only. Sport mode I tried for 5-10 minutes and just wanted to see the difference in performance. It does make a difference because in sport mode again the car feels more responsive, a little more lively compared to the normal mode, but in normal mode also it does its job just about fine. तो हाई स्पीड पे बहुत ही स्टेबल रहती है गाड़ी, एंड इवन एट स्पीड्स अबाउट 100 समथिंग व्हिच आई ट्राइड फॉर अ लिटिल व्हाइल, द कार डज रिमेन वेरी स्टेबल. तो वहाँ पे देयर आर नो कंप्लेंट्स. द स्टीयरिंग आल्सो ऑफर्स अ कंसिस्टेंट फील एंड फीडबैक, एंड इवन द राइड क्वालिटी इज क्वाइट सॉर्टेड. इट एब्जॉर्ब्स बम्प्स एंड एंडुलेशंस क्वाइट वेल. तो ओवरऑल जो ड्राइविंग मैनर्स है नेक्सॉन के, दोज आर रियली सॉर्टेड, एंड आई थिंक इट वाज द केस अर्लियर आल्सो. नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट द इंजन अगेन. ओके, सो द इंजन हैड अ लॉट ऑफ sore points earlier. Tata Motors has worked on them, so it shows when you drive the updated car, the extra power is felt. खाली वो है कि थोड़ा और बेटर हो सकता था, and yeah, that's it. Overall, I'm enjoying driving the Nexon. Sound quality is quite nice on the audio system. Seat is much better than before. Yeah, long drive पे I think I'm getting a little less tired on this compared to what happened on the pre-facelift Nexon, which I used to drive long back. तो उसमें मतलब थोड़ा support कम feel होता था. इसमें the seat is more supportive for sure. So next update comes at 75 kilometers, and then the final update at 100 kilometers. Completed 75 kilometers, and the MID is now showing 13 kilometers per liter, which I think is decent. Now let's talk about the transmission. Now we have experienced the DCA on the Ultras earlier, and talking about this one does not have a manual mode on the gear knob right now. So yeah, you just get P, R, and D modes, no S mode, no manual mode, nothing. But you do have paddle shifters. So let's activate the paddle shifters now. Car is in manual mode, and it is in M5 right now, downshifted to M5. And it is driving well, responding well. Downshifts happening very quickly, taking around 1 second to downshift. But if I want to upshift, it takes around 2 seconds to upshift. From M5 to M6 took 2 seconds, M6 to M7 again took almost 2 seconds. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा लैग कभी कभी फील होता है. नाउ इन मोस्ट कार्स वी हैव सीन दैट इफ यू वांट टू गो बैक फ्रॉम मैनुअल टू ड्राइव मोड, ऑटोमेटिक मोड, बेसिकली यू जस्ट हैव टू कीप द राइट हैंड साइड pedal pressed for a few seconds और वो वापस D mode में आ जाता है. बट इन दिस इट डज नॉट हैपन. वो M7 में ही अभी तक. सो इफ यू वांट टू गो बैक टू D mode, you have to actually pull the gear knob down once, and now the car is in D7 mode again. So of course if you cruise on the highway, the mileage will be good. City में आप चलाओगे, then with just like any other turbo petrol car, the fuel consumption will be much higher. The instrument cluster is also quite good, but this one does not support Google Maps right now. So if you want to mirror your maps on this display, you have to do it through Apple Maps or through Android Auto. Apple CarPlay से Google Maps इसमें नहीं आते अभी. And apart from that, the horn, this is the same horn as before. I think they could have offered a slightly more premium sounding horn, but most Tata cars have the same horn. तो ठीक है, ड्राइव कंटिन्यू करते हैं. Completed 100 kilometers, and the MID is showing 13.7 kilometers per liter. हाईवे से हम लोग उतर गए. वी आर बैक इन द सिटी. यहाँ पे ट्रैफिक में चलाएंगे गाड़ी थोड़ी देर, एंड आई थिंक अराउंड 120 kilometers we should be able to do the tank full and see the real world mileage. Talking about the audio system, as I mentioned before, this has a extra subwoofer now compared to the earlier Nexon, and it has JBL speakers. Screen is new. Screen is much better. That was a much needed update. In fact, even the quality of the cameras is quite nice on the new Nexon. Let's see how is the sound quality. The sound quality is actually quite nice, very enjoyable, and you can play around with the settings over here and tune it according to your liking. तो मुझे तो काफ़ी मज़ा आया इसमें म्यूजिक सुनने में पूरा दिन. And yes, I was driving the diesel car also, the petrol also. पेट्रोल का माइलेज टेस्ट आप देख रहे हैं, डीजल का आपको कल देखने मिलेगा MotorBeam पे. सो येस, स्टे ट्यून्ड, एंड येस, गाड़ी चलाते हैं एंड फिर फ्यूल पंप पे वापस चलते हैं. We are back after the mileage test in the Petrol DCA, and after driving 130.7 kilometers, this car took in 12.77 liters of petrol, which means the mileage comes up to 10.23 kilometers per liter, which is around 2 kilometers per liter lesser than what the MID was showing. MID was showing 12.3 kilometers per liter. What was the running cost? I'll just show it to you. So the fuel cost was 1385 rupees. We drove the car for 130.7 kilometers. So the fuel cost came up to rupees 10.59 per kilometer, so which I think is at par with other petrol cars. So now the 2023 Nexon is actually much improved over the older model. Looks better, it has better color options, and it has a lot more features. Finally a proper automatic also. Some flaws are there, few things could be better, but no car is perfect. This car has a lot of competition. I think it will continue selling really well, and yeah, competitors need to watch out for the Nexon. So that's about it from my side. कैसी लगी आपको Nexon बताइए नीचे comment section में.